Alright guys, this is number 7, battle number 7 out of the top 15 Grudge matches of all time. Just as a reminder, this is not ranked, this is not in any particular order. It's just the top 15. Some of these are getting their own videos, some of them are going to be with other battles. Anyway, Illusion Z versus Tantrum. All battles mentioned in this series so far, with the exception of Hitman and Verb, are the product of short or long-standing issues between individuals who were either completely separate or merely ran in similar circles. Illusion Z vs. Tantrum is more than that. Illusion Z vs. Tantrum is a battle between friends, or at least to the cameras, former friends. In 2005, Illusion Z vs. Tantrum met at University of California, Santa Cruz, after Tantrum had performed. Along with others, the two made introductions and they freestyled after the show, and they began hanging out with one another. Illusion Z and Tantrum continued their shared interest in hip-hop and moved to battle rap, participating in various Bay Area events across the years, including Tourette's Without Regrets, Grind Time, and the Fresh Coast movement. The two also battled in 2008 Scribble Jam preliminaries in Oakland. With any friendship, issues develop. However, I had been told that the issues between the two had never really been fully hashed out, which is why this battle had such a unique potential. And it did eventually go down. May 19th, 2012 at King of the Dot Straight Gassin event. Now it's important to remember that this was during a time that was kind of difficult for the Fresh Coast battle scene. Grind Time had fell, and this was before King of the Dot really got active in California. Fresh Coast wasn't active as it should have been, and so Tantrum and Illusion Z both had this mindset that maybe this would be the last time that they would have the opportunity to battle, so they did that. These various tensions that had been built over 7 years of friendship did come out, and they came out heavily. Illusion started off light and kind of more humorous, but Tantrum took no time to get into the personal issues.
Wow. Remember? Wow. That night you had to get your ass kicked? It was actually pretty sad. If y'all don't know the story, let me state what's up. After his 90M battle, he got wasted and became a crazy drunk. The homie Sickle came to say what's up. You got in his space and shoved. What they don't know is you swung first and grazed him once. Playing tough till bam! That awesome moment when your face was punched.
The second round, things heated up even more, and both began several personal attacks on one another. And the third round was when this shit just blew up.
So tell my own story for me and betray me as pitiful. Bet if you let me tell my story, you'd address me like a general. Reference me interrupting your battle with Dunn for cheap laughter. Where were you during my suicide attempt a week after? Dog, pride yourself on your honesty. Honestly, I knew you'd be too bitch to tell the truth to hit myself with an apology. Because deep inside I know the real reason why you stopped calling me is because after I got healthy, you had nothing else to offer me. Like, sorry if I don't care about my battle stats. I've been trying to get my family back. But whose fucking fault was that? Don't get all righteous in your shape. Like now you're above battling when your priorities were never right in the first place. Look, I'm not gonna stop you from riding your shot liver. But only a shithead lets alcohol demolish his bonds quicker. Between that of his brother, father, and mom's sister by thinking that blood is thicker than water but not liquor. Wow.
Things got so intense and personal that Illusion became visibly upset, even turning his back and looking at the floor. To further underscore how intense and personal this battle became, the two avoided eye contact and did not shake hands following the battle. And to get at how crazy this battle really is, let's compare it to the previous on this list. Hitman Holla vs. Averb is widely known as the battle between friends. However, if you compare what was said in that battle to this one, Hitman Holla vs. Averb was comparatively mild-mannered. Now, this is where you guys get exclusive information. Talking to Illusion and Tantrum, the perspective that fans saw wasn't completely as it seemed. The two were friends, the two did have issues, but not quite in the way that some of us watching may have thought. For example, Tantrum mentioned, "It's like you realize that there are certain flaws possessed by a sibling or a family member that may bother you. You can't possibly believe that I wholeheartedly believe that he should kill himself or that he deserves to die for his character flaws. Like really, if that's what people believe, they need to stop watching battles altogether." Both battlers also mentioned to me that while they did not hold back, all the information in the battle was public. Tantrum explained it to me like this: "You are supposed to dig deep, but at the same time you have to make it relatable." So what they didn't do was they didn't bring up a bunch of stuff that maybe them two only knew, because it wouldn't have worked. Illusion described the theme of the battle to me as saying, "We were not beefing openly, we just had a lot of shit to get out in the open." Beyond this, other things too were not public until now. Here's a few things. The two did not shake hands because they hated each other, only because it really wasn't the right time. Tantrum would also give Illusion a ride to the airport just a few days later. Also, many of the two's mutual friends were also completely taken aback by the battle, believing that the two did in fact hate each other's guts, when that wasn't necessarily the case. Overall, this battle is absolutely fantastic. If you've never watched it, make sure you do. I would say, this is probably definitely in my top 20 battles of all time, mainly for the passion factor. I mean, this is, to me, the definition of a grudge match, definition of a battle that really has like a lot of meaning. And it's different than a lot of stuff that's out there. So the link is in my is in the description, and you can also click one of these links. It's a great battle. Make sure you guys press that subscribe button for me. That tells me to keep making these videos. I'm gonna have more of the grudge matches. We're on number 7. I'm gonna get the other 8 out here very soon. So let's get it.